All right, go ahead. Um, hey, hello everybody. Joe, thank you very much for coming here today. This is, yeah, it's been great. Go on, let's see you as well. Joe's here as well. Show your pretty face. So we've come here today to say for the last goodbye and to spread Mom's ashes in Fall Creek, which was one of her wishes. Um, Fall Creek was one of her favorite places on earth. Used to come here every New Year's to take pictures of mushrooms. We've got reams and reams and reams of photograph albums to prove it. She also used to come here in the summertime, look at ladybugs and things. For her, nature was so all important for everything that she did with plants, with the life. And Joe and I were talking earlier, and we thought it was interesting that you know, the desert wasn't one of her places where I know she loved the desert, but wasn't where she wanted to spend her eternity, I guess. But Fall Creek was the place, and so here we are in Fall Creek. We've come up to the Barrel Mills because she didn't specify any place in particular, but we thought the Barrel Mills would be the place. Yeah, I'm very pleased today to have Joe come along with me. It's been lovely. It's been lovely to be able to spend some time with him, and we've been swapping stories about Mum, and hopefully we'll do, with anybody who's watching this and who cares, we will do a Zoom, and we will share some more stories about her, because she was quite a special lady. Didn't necessarily get along with everybody. She had lots of people that she pissed off along the way, and she was really good at it. But she was very strong-willed, and she certainly had ideas as to how life should be lived. And like we were saying earlier today with Joe, you know, she was a bit of a rebel, and she always let it be known what her thoughts were. Yeah, as a mum for me, she was inspirational with all of her artistic ability, all of her artistic stuff. I have a few of her art pieces, which I'm proudly display on my wall, and I have lots of her other stuff, because she certainly loved her stuff, loved her things. For somebody who was, you know, who had died so many times, you know, we were always surprised how attached she was to her things. Yeah, now we got. There's not much left of her things. This is everything about her. There's just the ashes in here. I have a something that Jeffrey wrote that he asked me to read, which kind of gives a little bit of a history as well. So Nora lived most of her life in Arizona. About 15 years spent in midlife in the SF Bay Area in Northern California, where she and I met in 1980 in Pacifica. We then moved to Redwood City, married, lived happily and productively while operating successful freelance businesses throughout most of the 80s, and in 1989 with a move to Flagstaff, Arizona, and a few years later to Phoenix. They brought her back to where she began. Near-fatal battle with cancer in 1981 left her health compromised, but her indomitable spirit and her positive outlook and that subsequent health struggles left her going for more than 3 decades with living proof that what doesn't kill me will make me stronger. She was a lifelong naturalist, horticulturist, professionally and personally, a plant collector that included hundreds of ordinary and exotic specimens. Nora loved to hike through the Sonoran Desert, and she grew up around, as well in the California redwoods, that she came to know and to love in later life. In Redwood City, she started a successful interscaping business called Nora's Green Thumb, and the Avant Gardener, which later became Greensleeves, and designing and maintaining interior plantings and for plantings for businesses and residents in both states. Nora was known to claim that she never met a plant she didn't like, and she meant it. In Redwood City, I just did that one. Oh no, in Redwood City, I did that one, sorry. She's a loving and supporting wife, mother, grandmother, and a committed pacifist and environmentalist, and a dedicated photographer, and a world traveler. Nora Lund-Boyarsky drew strength and comfort from her abiding faith and from the beauty and brilliance in the natural world around her. That was lovely, Jeff. Thank you. I've read that lots of times, but it really captures it very nicely. So this is kind of what we all end up to be. And if you ever want to visit Mom, or you ever want to think about it, this is the place, or any redwood. You can choose, or if you want to come back to this place in particular. It's a bit of a hike and it's a bit hot today. But we sort of felt that this spot seemed like the place. Yeah. I guess this is the cue music, and she had a lot of songs that she wanted to play. May the Circle Be Unbroken was one of them, and I'm not about to sing it because it'll definitely make me cry, because I was listening to it this morning in the car on the way down, coming down I-80. Like, oh dear, that's terrible. The other one was, that we'll probably set this to, as at least as a background, is the John Denver song, Any Song. And it's all about, filling up with senses, midsummer mornings, like a walk in the forest, like a rain in the desert. She also loved the beach as well. I know she loved that in Pacifica. But this, I think, is a lovely spot for her. Have a look out at the barrel mills and be able to come back and visit. I hope we don't get angry about it. Spreading ashes around ourselves. Oh, what is this? I don't think anybody will notice. I'll try and recycle that. Mom, we love you and we miss you. Yeah, special night. Thank you, too.